Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Oh my goodness. I was going to talk about something else right here, what you see on your screen, and we'll just go ahead and talk about it. But I just got done seeing the game, United States versus Serbia. And look, man, I'm not impressed by that win. The United States shouldn't be celebrating like this. They should be walking off the court in shame, right? Or they should be walking off the court content. They shouldn't be celebrating. But this is what kind of team they really are. They know they're not even close to the Dream Team 92, the Dream Team 96. Not even close. This team is not even close. First of all, I'm going to show you how to play basketball. This is what the Dream Team 1 and the Dream Team 2 would do, right? The Dream Team 1 and Dream Team 2, what do they have? They have David Robinson, Akeem Olajuwon, and they had Shaq. Who was the other center? Goodness gracious. Ewing. Oh my goodness. Did David Robinson play on the second one? Maybe I'll remember in a minute. But we will play inside out and stomp Serbia to a T. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All you had to do was get the ball down to Joel Embiid, get the ball down to AD, and play these guys inside out. Okay? Joker cannot play defense. Joker has never made a defensive team. Joker is not a defensive player. So I'm sending my ball down to the post. Okay? We got Charles Barkley. We got Karl Malone. We got these guys. I'm sending my ball down into the damn paint. And if you guys try to collapse and double team, what's going to happen? I'm going to kick it out to all my all-time great perimeter guys, right? You're going to get beat. Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Clyde Drexler, John Stockton, the list goes on and on. These guys in this era have no clue how to play basketball because they're trying to play like Europeans. They're not playing American basketball, and that's why they're not stomping these Europeans out. They should be curse stomping these people. There's no way that we have to go every single season in the United States playing Euro basketball. So we go, oh, they caught up to us. No, they caught up to you because you're playing their game. That's why they caught up to you. This is embarrassing to even watch United States basketball and we're playing Euro ball. Throw it around to the guy on the open three. Throw it around to the open three. What they try to do is they try to lie and they try to say, oh, Curry changed the game. This is a lie, folks. I've told you a million times. Welcome to my channel, the channel of truth, right? Curry and Clay was only shooting the three. On the Golden State Warriors, you did not have four guys sitting at the three-point line. This is a lie. They tell this lie so the game will be easier playing this Euro style basketball so you can get all these international players in the game and make it even less defensive of a game because it was already less defensive of a game in the 210s, and now they done made it a joke on defense, right? And that's why LeBron James is still out here playing because there's no defense, right? And look, man, I'm not impressed. I'm totally not impressed by them almost losing to some plumbers and beating some plumbers by a couple points. You got to be kidding me. Look, this is what happened. The United States athleticism won this game. That's all there is to it. At the end of the day, they didn't beat these guys on fundamentals. At the end of the day, these guys, United States, were more athletic. 9 damn superstars on the United States team against one superstar. And these guys are sitting up there jumping up and down, going crazy. I've never seen the United States is a bunch of children out there playing. We're supposed to be dominating people and be humble about it because we know we are the best. But since they know they're not the best, they know. They know when they go to the NBA, all this shit is rigged up. They already know. It's rigged up so they can score all these points, play no defense, and make each other look good so they can get bigger contracts. That's it. That's it. So when push comes to shove, literally, when you go play internationally and you really got to play men's basketball, because what the United States has done, right? They not only, the NBA, what the NBA has done, they not only have turned the NBA into an international game, but they said, we're not even going to play international defense, which is tougher than the NBA. So we don't even want to play our own defense in our backyard, let alone our own damn game. We don't even want to play our own damn defense. And that's why it looks so tough when these guys go and they play international plumbers, because the international plumbers are allowed to play defense. right? The hand checking, the elbows in the back, this type of stuff. We're not allowed to play that in the NBA, right? But we're allowed to play international plumber ball, European ball, where four guys just sit at the 3-point line. Like I said, man, if they had any kind of damn sense, and this is what the dream team would do too, they would throw the ball down to the damn paint and destroy these guys. And if you come double team them, you're gonna kick it out to all-time great perimeter players. This is a joke. And now they get to advance to the gold medal round, playing the most weakest competition that they barely even beat today. I put up that image, right? These guys got to be in the easiest pool, Group C. They put all the good teams in Group A all together so they can destroy each other. The second best teams they put in Group B so they can destroy each other. The third weakest group, which was Group C, they put the United States in there. This is a joke. I heard Angry Old Hoop say, "I'm not trying to say it's rigged." Yeah, I'm saying it's rigged, bro. Of course it's rigged. Why else would you do something like that? Why would you spread out the good teams playing the bad teams? Spread it out through Group A, B, and C. You don't put all the good teams in Group A and let them destroy each other. All the second great teams, good teams, you put them in B, right? And then you put all the worst teams in Group C, except for the United States, who is supposed to be the greatest team in the world, and you put them in Group C. This exposes it, man. I have no respect for this basketball team. And they barely won. They should have pooped all over this team. 9 superstars. 9 superstars. I'm done. So let's get into this. And this just exposes this NBA and the whole LeBron era anyways, right? When we look at this image right here, you got NBA final runs. And you got Michael Jordan, his 2 3-piece, and LeBron's, what is it, nine finals, right? And they got their teammates on here, and we go and show what they were doing. We didn't put the whole thing, but I've heard this and seen this from the LeBron fans, right? Oh, Michael Jordan had more defensive, NBA defensive teams. His teammates had more NBA defensive teams than LeBron's teammates. Oh, Jordan's teams had more, his teammates had more All NBAs. What does this mean? This is why LeBron lost? This is why LeBron lost. We ain't counting the '07 finals, which we probably could have, but this is why he lost 5 finals? Because of that? I thought he made his teammates better. Which one is it? Which one is it? When you hold your teammates better, you hold them to a standard, right? You hold them to a standard. And the first standard is defense. The 80s and 90s standard was defense. How the Celtics won. How the Pistons won. How the Lakers won. All that in the 80s, right? A lot of people sleep on the Lakers because they think that they're the Showtime Lakers. They're putting up all these points. They were a good defensive team. When you go back and look at Byron Scott, you go back and Magic had 2 steals titles. So you think this man won't play no defense? Get out of here. The competition of making defensive teams were just at a higher standard back then. Remember, Michael Jordan had 100 blocks and 200 steals and didn't make a defensive team. So the stakes were a little bit higher back then in the 80s, okay? That really didn't hurt Magic Johnson because he got all kind of other awards. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you had Michael Cooper, you had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, AC Green was a good defensive player. We just sleep on them because they were the Showtime Lakers. They got up and down the floor because of Magic Johnson. Before Magic Johnson came, you had Jamal Wilkes, you had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and what's this guy's name? He was another Hall of Famer. I can't remember his name right now. They had 3 Hall of Famers on that team, and couldn't get to the finals, right? Couldn't get to the finals, and oh man, this guy, oh my goodness, I ain't even gonna try to remember it. But as soon as Magic came, boom, they hit the floor running. Showtime Lakers, okay? You ever heard of Showtime Heat? Showtime Cavs? No. So, or Showtime Lakers when LeBron is there? No. So shut your mouth about, he's like a Magic Johnson. Nothing like a Magic Johnson. Nothing. Magic Johnson will dribble that ball down your motherfucking throat. Excuse my language. He'll dribble that ball down your throat nonstop all damn game until you done had enough, right? And he's coming at you at 6'9". So if you try to come double him while he's coming down the lane, guess what he's going to do? He's going to pass the ball. He's going to get it to the open man. That's what he does. LeBron ain't no Magic Johnson. LeBron's a fake Magic Johnson. They didn't have to change the rules for Magic Johnson to keep playing. They had to change the rules for LeBron so he could make the playoffs, and then so he could keep playing in this fake longevity. So defense wins championships, right? That's what it is. And let's look at this. You have let's don't even look at Michael Jordan real fast. Let's just look at Scottie Pippen. On the first three-peat, two-time All-Star, two-time All-NBA, three-time defensive team, and then you had Horace Grant, one-time defensive team. A three-peat, okay? You have LeBron on his super team. His two players, right? His two teammates, which will be Wade and Bosh. Look at Wade, four-time All-Star, three-time All-NBA. Bosh, four-time All-Star. Okay? Two championships. The second three-peat for Michael Jordan, his teammates, Scottie Pippen, two-time All-Star, three-time All-NBA, three-time defensive team. Dennis Rodman, one-time defensive team. And LeBron, when he goes back to the Cavs, his teammates, Kyrie and Love, two-time All-Star for Kyrie, one-time All-NBA for Love, two-time All-Star. And we go down to LA, right? Oh, and they got one championship out of that, right? So we go down to LA with LeBron. He got one championship out of this. His teammates, Anthony Davis. We're talking about the prime. Don't think this guy didn't have no super team. He had a super team there. We talking about primary teammates. Yeah. Look. If you notice, we'll talk about that in a minute. So for AD, one-time All-Star, one-time All-NBA, one-time defensive team, and of course the Dwight Howard, nothing. So if you notice, LeBron's all his teammates are what? Number one franchise players of another team. And what you will notice before he played with them, the year before he played with them, these dudes were on all-time levels that Scottie Pippen could just dream of. Yeah, Scottie Pippen was great, but we did a video on Scottie Pippen the other day. FYS Sports said this guy was a top 10 player of all time or top 10 in the 90s, and we had to just cook this dude. It was just simple. The thing is with the LeBron fans, everything is just about saying stuff. You really don't have to prove nothing. It's just about saying stuff. There's no actual proof. The only proof is you have to diss somebody, right? Oh, Jordan played with plumbers. Oh, Isaiah Thomas and the Bad Boy Pistons got old. Larry Bird got old. That's no proof of anything. What proof is that? Have you ever heard Larry Bird say he got old? That's why Jordan start winning champion. How about Magic Johnson? Have you ever heard that? You never heard that, right? But that couldn't be your only argument. All this stuff is just a whole bunch of hearsay. You could just say a whole bunch of stuff that don't make sense, and people will think it makes sense because they didn't see the 80s and the 90s. Well, the LeBron fans. And what I was telling you about, these guys, his teammates, are number one franchise. People don't really, when you say that, they really don't grasp that, right? They really number one franchise players of another team. Not was on the downside of their career or was doing bad in their career. They were on the upside. They was going up, right? They were going up, right? Michael got Horace Grant and Pippen out of draft, and these guys had to be trained basically to be NBA players. Scottie Pippen was on the bench his whole first year. And this is the guy that saved Michael Jordan. This is how ridiculous. Because if you was a LeBron fan, right, or a fan of anybody, any player, and they was trying to go against your player with a claim so idiotic, you would never repeat that again. Once you figure it out, you'd be like, wait, if Michael Jordan never got out the first round his entire career, playing the best of five, playing 5 Hall of Famers at a time with no All-Star teammate help and no Hall of Fame teammate, and Pippen came along and he sat on the bench the whole year, but the team was so bad that they had no shooters or no help like that for Mike, that they had to bring Pippen off the bench. That's how bad it was. Not because Pippen was good, because they had nobody else. They had nobody else. Oh man, that doesn't make any sense. And Pippen averaged 9 points a game. You would think that this would never get repeated again. But this is the idiot world we actually live in. It's not because they will say, man, that's crazy. I'm not going to say this again. They would just say it just to antagonize you, right? Because Nick Wright said it, Shannon Sharp said it, and they know it's not real what they're saying, and it's the stupidest thing you ever heard. But if it can get repeated again and again and again, you're going to be feeling antagonized about it. You know what I'm saying? These are the idiot people. You're not really debating real facts. You're just debating people trying to be funny, right? And it just isn't like the Jordan got over the hump because of Scottie Pippen in '88. It's so much stuff. It's not even like we should never even be talking about nothing like this. Jordan versus LeBron. It should never be talked about. But I don't know why we're talking about it. It's the most. Remember, Stephen A. Smith, Chris Broussards, Shannon Sharps. These people only have a job because of something that should never be talked about. Never should be talked. Well, they've been having a job all these years for something that should never even be talked about when you look at the numbers, when you look at common sense. LeBron is not the guy to be comparing to Jordan. Never. I mean, the NBA is this bad. They will stoop this low. It's just crazy. So look, with all these other teams' number one franchise players who are Hall of Fame players and top 75 players, LeBron was only able to get 4 championships. In how many years was that when he got it? I want to say 15, right? His last championship was in 15 years. Or was it 20? No. It was 20, my fault. My fault. I think it was 15 was 2016, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was, but I'm for sure 20, yeah. 20 years. No. How many years was that? 15? No, yeah, it was 15. It took him 15 years to get 4 championships. Yikes. Anyways, so when these guys talk about this, oh, LeBron didn't have all these all NBA teammates. He didn't have all these defensive team teammates. What does that tell you? Look at these guys he has, right? Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving, who is that? And Kevin Love. Those guys I just named never made one defensive team. Okay, Dwayne Wade, I think he made 3. No, he didn't make none with LeBron James. Not one with LeBron James. Dwight Howard made none with LeBron James. AD, he has made some with LeBron James. Let me tell you guys what's going on. A lot of guys don't understand this. When LeBron left Cleveland, we know why he left Cleveland. LeBron left Cleveland because he could never be that man, right? We know what happened in 2009, 2010, when a lot of those games came down to the fourth quarter, came down to the wire. He doesn't have the jump shot. He's not the man. I'm talking about in those crucial games. We've seen this guy hit all kind of buzzer beater, last minute shots, but we're talking about in big games. And he pooped himself in 2009, 2010. Some people say he didn't want to face Kobe. We did a video on that. I think that was the case. But he runs over to Miami so he can cover all bases, right? So he runs to teams who are what? Well, superstars, for the most part, who are shooters. Shooters. Michael Jordan never needed shooters. Not like that. Okay, in the 80s and 90s, yeah, you need spot-up shooters, but you don't need the type of shooters that are other teams' number one franchise players, right? He won't go get a Clyde Drexler, somebody like that. Mike wouldn't go do that. He don't need those type of shooters. Defense. LeBron didn't really want defensive guys, right? He wanted guys that are shooters. He turned Chris Bosh into a shooter. Chris Bosh was about 22, 25, and 10. right? I'm not trying to say he was a great defensive player. As you can see, he really wasn't doing that before he played with LeBron James. But Mike would have turned him into a paint guy, right? In Kevin Love. Michael Jordan would have kept Kevin Love in the paint. AD, he would have stayed in the paint. AD is a misused guy, right? His game is in the paint. He should be getting, to me by now, a few years ago, at least, more touches than LeBron. You're closer to the basket. Who can stop this guy? Nobody in the league can stop him. It's just ridiculous. This guy should be averaging 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks easily in this era, dominating. This guy has sacrificed his career, his stats, and everything to play with LeBron James. It is weird. Like, you sacrifice all this to play with a 40-year-old 4-6 loser. In Dwight Howard, he pretty much just played defense when he won that championship with the Lakers. Now, when you see some of these guys like Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, and Dennis Rodman, Michael Jordan, he was about defense, right? He was about defense. You see, he made an all-defensive team 6 times in 6 championships, right? LeBron, in his 4, let me see. Well, you can say in his 6 championship runs, he made it 6 times. In LeBron's 9 championship runs, he made the defensive team only 4 times. He only made it 4 times. Yes, we know he made it more than that overall, 6, but we're talking about the finals runs. When he went to the final, only 4 times in 9 finals runs. So once he gets to Cleveland, he's not the leader of the team, even to show these guys anything about defense, because it was over for him. And we went over this the other day that from 2015 to 2024, it's basically superstarless, if that's a word, superstarless on an all-NBA defensive team, right? From 2015 to 2024. Who is missing? LeBron James, Joker, Luka, Harden, Curry, Durant, Anthony Edwards, Tatum, Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook. It's probably some more guys out there, but I'm just shocked. And this is why these guys almost just got beat by Serbia. To me, these guys don't know how to play basketball. They don't know how to play basketball. We would dominate them from the inside out. There's no competition right there. From the inside out, these guys will get dominated. What are you going to do with Magic Johnson running the damn ball down your throat at 6'9"? You think anybody on Serbia is going to stop him? You think anybody from Serbia is going to stop the pick and roll from John Stockton? You think if I throw it down to David Robinson, Joker's going to stop him? David Robinson is the strongest center I've ever seen in my life. As far as like muscle. Yeah, Shaq was big, but he was like fat and muscle. I guess you can say wilt, but I'm talking about pure muscle. What you gonna do when we drop it down to Hakeem? Shaq was on Dream Team 2. What you gonna do when we dump it down to Shaq? It's just laughable to watch these guys play Serbia, and even if they won by 10 points, it's a joke. This is how these guys got to the gold medal round, by playing these guys that caught up to them. Yes, remember how they caught up to them, because you're playing their game. You're not playing your game. You're playing their game. That's why they're allowed to come to the United States and get on these rosters and play this type of basketball. And to take it to the next level, you don't even play their defense. You're not even allowed to play their defense. You play a weaker defense than what they play. I just like, is this going to happen in the NFL too? Are we just going to let people come to the United States and play some weak, soft? What are we going to be playing, flag football soon? This is not basketball that I grew up on. This is a joke. So, look, when we look at this right here, Michael Jordan, he held himself to a standard, right? When you see the 6 championships, the 3-time All-Star, the 3-time All-NBA, the 3-time defensive first team, he held himself to a standard. That's in 6 championship runs, right? In 6 years. And LeBron, in his 9 championship runs, 4-time All-Star, Um, no, I'm sorry. I'm only looking at the top. So it would be for Michael Jordan, 6-time All Star, 6-time All NBA first, and 6-time defensive team first. Right. For LeBron James, that would be trying to find it. 8 would be 12-time All Star in All NBA. I don't think this is right because he will be. I'm trying to think. He will be 4-time All NBA with the Heat. So this is wrong. Um, 4-time All NBA with Cleveland and 1-time All NBA with the Lakers. So let me see. 4, 8. So what is it? 9-time All NBA in 4-time defensive, right? Yeah, and 4-time defensive because he didn't make no defensive teams when we went. So look, this ain't what LeBron wanted. He didn't want a defensive team, right? I have no idea about the All NBA teams for his guys. I don't know, but Michael Jordan held his guys to the standard. He got a guy named Scottie Pippen, and he groomed him like him. You guys sleep on what Michael Jordan was all the way until 1989. He had the same stats that Pippen had, right? As far as assists and rebounds, but better points, right? He scored in the 30s and 40s and stuff like that. In steals, right? Steals and blocks, all that just like Scottie Pippen. So who do you think Scottie Pippen grew to be? He grew to be a Michael Jordan. Now Michael Jordan could get away from um doing more to rebounding, more to playmaking, and just concentrate on scoring, right? So they were basically doing the same thing. The only difference was Mike was they were both scoring, playmaking, getting assists, and rebounds, and steals, right? Both of them now. But Mike was scoring more points. Scottie Pippen was scoring less points, but get more assists, and he was getting more rebounds. It wasn't a lot different, right? Maybe Pippen had more blocks. That's pretty much the only difference, right? Pippen had more blocks. And that's another thing is Michael Jordan went down on the blocks. In the 80s, this guy was averaging over a block a game. That's incredible. 100 block seasons back to back. LeBron never even had a 100 block season. You can't make this up. How don't you have a 100 block season? A dude that's 6'9" and the biggest dude on the court, size wise, that shows how lazy this guy is, right? And what these guys try to do, they try to be these fake Magic Johnson. Oh, I got these assists. Oh my, where's all your assist titles? Where's your 9 assists again? You got average 7 assists per game for your career. That's it. That's not great or upper echelon. It's good. It's good, and it's easy to get assists in this era. So the guy's not doing nothing. He's showing you that he don't really want to rebound with his 7 rebounds a game, and he don't want to play no defense. Hint: no more defensive teams. Not even a second defensive team. So, look, Michael Jordan had the greatest teams, and there's no LeBron team. Even when you see these guys right here, who were other teams' number one franchise players, that's who he kept running to. Right after he got curb stomped, he ran to other teams' number one franchise players. 2 at a time. That's what's so crazy. 2 at a time. 2 at a time. The up and coming superstars of the league. Once he got curb stomped, he'd go for some more. Curb stomped again, he'd go for some more because he kept learning. The teams that he was playing were better defensively, were better offensively as far as playing in sets and playing in a system. You can't play in a system with LeBron James. He don't know how to play off the ball. How many Bulls games you want to watch in the 90s? And Michael Jordan, 99.9% of the time, never carried the ball up. Never. Michael Jordan played off the ball in a triangle. LeBron can't do that. He has to start from the the 3-point line, and bull charge his way into the lane. I seen this today in this Olympic game. I saw this man literally, when it was tight within 10 points in the fourth quarter, literally, when they had him beat up, he's coming down the court and they all over him, and he picked the ball up Literally, picked the ball up and took 3 steps and then put the ball down in front of the world. In front of the world, that's what this guy did, and these referees didn't even call travel. How don't you see that, bro? They went to pick this man's pocket. He got like combobulated and picked the ball up, put it by his side, and took 2 steps, put it back down, and started dribbling again. I said, wow. Bully balling to the lane. He got to back little guys up to get his shot off. Man, look, man, this guy's a joke. He's never held his team to a standard. All he's ever did in his career is think that he can outscore other teams. So let me get these scores and let's outscore you playing off of athleticism, not playing in the system. Mike held these guys to a standard on offense, in defense. That's why Mike has one of the greatest two-way players of all time, Scottie Pippen, right? LeBron never had a duel, right? All-time great duel, Kareem, Magic, Larry, Bird, Clay, Steph. He never had this. Or a trio, right? We did this before. You see these trios with Michael Jordan. LeBron never had no all-time great trio. And you can't say it's because of such and such. It's because he doesn't hold himself to a standard, so he can't hold these other guys to a standard, right? His standard is getting pampered and babied by the damn media, right? So tell me what you think.